Hello, Madridistas, and thanks for joining us on today's interesting episode as we talk you through some very important updates at Real Madrid. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid are worried over 25 years old Federico Valverde'S workload for club and country as they fear he could get a Moscow overload. We are going to talk you through that on this episode. And shortly after that, we are going to quickly turn our attention elsewhere as due to lack of attacking firepower, Jude Bellingham could feature against Cadiz, but doing so wearing an arm strip to protect his dislocated shoulder, which hasn't fully recovered. We are going to be talking you through that as well on this episode, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you do not miss on our next update. The hectic schedule is one great evil in the world of football. Players are overworked amid the constant shuffling between club and international football, often leaving them with little to no time to recuperate. Unsurprisingly, it does not come without consequences. There has been a tangible rise in the number of injuries sustained by players, and Real Madrid are no strangers to the same. After all, they lost Vinicius Jr., Eduardo Camavinga, and perhaps Rodrigo in the just recent concluded international break. As revealed by RS, there is tangible worry in Madrid administration over the situation of Federico Valverde. The Uruguayan star is Los Blancos' second most utilized player this season and has a cumulative of 1,312 minutes under Carlo Ancelotti. He is also an integral part of his international setup and thus sees no respite to his schedule when on national team duty. In the recent international break, Valverde played all 90 minutes in Uruguay's game against Argentina and Bolivia. Valverde arrived in Spain on Friday and has just 2 training sessions before the game against Cadiz on Sunday and is expected to be a starter. Carlo Ancelotti would have liked to rest him in the midfield, but due to the conditions of the current team squad, there is no such possibility. Aurelien Tchouameni and Eduardo Camavinga are both ruled out through injury, severely depleting the manager's option in the middle of the park. Ancelotti must thus start with Toni Kroos, Federico Valverde, and Luka Modric on the night, with Daniel Ceballos and Nico Paz his only other options in the middle of the park. Even if Valverde does not start on the day, duty of the bench appears to be written in stone. Worry around his fitness is thus warranted. Having concluded on that, we are going to quickly turn our attention elsewhere as Real Madrid rising star Jude Bellingham could play versus Cadiz with protection on injured area of his arm, according to multiple reports. Jude Bellingham has been a pillar in Real Madrid's midfield this season. The youngster is deployed as the attacking midfielder on paper, although his statistics would tempt one to believe otherwise. With 10 goals in 11 league appearances for Los Blancos, the English phenom has been nothing less than a striker for the team. What makes his contributions more valuable is the sheer number of match-winning contributions he has made so far. This, the 20-year-old has been a regular feature in almost every game for the Merengues across all competitions. Only a shoulder injury hindered him from participating in the team's last two games before the international break and had led to doubt about his involvement against Cadiz this Sunday, although he is expected to be ready. According to reports from Sport, all signs indicate that Bellingham will be available for Real Madrid game at the weekend. The medical staff have left the decision over the participation with the player himself, albeit with a clause. As revealed by the publication, Los Blancos have prepared protection for the youngster's shoulder so as to prevent adding salt to his wounds. It is now left for the player to decide if he participates with the protection, skip the game, or even his situation after starting. The recent international break leaves Real Madrid in a state of absolute panic. It could not have possibly gone worse for the men in white, for they lost some of their most essential stars along the way. Vinicius Jr. suffered an injury on duty with the Brazilian national team and is expected to be out for 2 months at least. Meanwhile, Eduardo Camavinga is ruled out for a long term after his injury in training with France. The latest news came earlier this week when Rodrigo Goes returned to Madrid with a knee issue. 3 key players are thus added to the team's long list of injuries, which already includes Aurelien Tchouameni, Eder Militao, Thibaut Courtois, keeper Arrizabalaga, and Daniel Ceballos. So having said that, we have come to the end of today's interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time on Hala Madrid to us all.